Yeah, Coach, what's your thoughts on IWM?
Downside. And it's looking pretty heavy. I see though that it bounced off this double bottom area. So it's actually, right now, it's actually on the upswing, but I would not touch this until the break of around this 205. See it right here?
Yep.
Because this could be a false breakout. Now we're getting a double bottom bounce. That's what's happening right here. So if you look at this, it's technically a triple. Here's one, here's two, and here's three. So it's technically a triple. And then it moved up to the 21. And now it's pulling back.
Yeah, when it pancakes on a double bottom like that, sometimes it breaks.
Yep. And the more times it touches, the more opportunities. Like I heard Mark say, it was a perfect analogy of it. It's like tapping on the ice with your hammer, right? You keep tapping enough times, it's finally going to break. This is kind of what this is doing. So the more times it touches down here, right, the more opportunities it has to collapse. And if you're going to try to long this, I really want to wait until we get a really good area. That's why I said above this 205. What is this, 205.13-ish? Because otherwise it hasn't really made a nice move yet. So downside, this 204. Oh, right here, look at this. So right now, if I was looking to go downside at this 204-ish, look at where yesterday's previous low was. So you only got like a 10-cent move to get to the absolute bottom of yesterday. That doesn't give me a lot of room to make money in that area. You see how close all this is?
Yeah.
Now, this is a consolidation area. You guys see how this is starting to tighten right here on, what is this, 827-ish? 830. You see how it's starting to consolidate a bit here at 830?
Yep.
So buyers are starting to fade a little bit here, right?
Yeah.
No reason to panic as long as you're above the what?
The 9.
Thank you. 950 is resistance and 830 is support. So we need to break
There you go.
50 to the upside, and we're watching support at 830, right, gang? Okay, good.
Coach,
Yes.
I snuck in on that kind of a hit and run, made $1,300 on the PHIO.
Nice.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right here, I told you, right? PHIO, 950 resistance, support 830. You see, this is what I was talking about. Now, I want you guys to understand why we saw this, okay? Notice the pattern change. It drove up real nice and clean. And then I told you guys this is consolidating now. Do you see the difference in the pattern change? So we had run straight up, chop. And I told you buyers are fading here. Isn't that exactly what I said?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. You can see it.
Yep. Now we broke through support at 830 and it's testing the 9. This is all weak. Look at that. Did I save anybody on that?
Yeah, you did me, Coach. I got out on that first red candle.
And that's why I said, though, right? Look for a pattern change. Look for something that is out of the ordinary, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, real quick, if you are an advanced scalper, you can scalp the 9. So if this breaks above 8, I would wait till the break above 830. You could scalp it. And if I do, my stop's going to be right here around 8. You guys see this? So if it does go back up, and only if, make sure your position size is good enough where you could take the hit from 830 to 8. So you need to be able to handle a 30-cent move. So that comes back to position size, right? If you can't handle that big of a move, then you got to go smaller until it makes sense. Because if you can't have this with a 30-cent window for a scalp, you can't make this trade because this is what it's going to move. Does that make sense? You guys want to head over to americandreamtrading.com and get signed up at least for the free Discord. Make sure within the first 24 hours you verify your account. You will get an email from us to make sure you verify your account. or the system will kick you off thinking you are spam. You guys can get into our premium membership at $125 a month. With that, you'll get access to the membership lounge, which we have an open microphone where you can ask any questions all day from 8:45 until 4 o'clock. You guys will get all the hot stock picks, which we've already posted and have already been making money on this morning. You'll get the pre-market setup, which will give you key critical areas at the opening bell and throughout the day. The IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will have access to those. Any earnings that are coming out, and of course, our videos on demand. We have 11 full training videos to get you started. Things like the 2-minute EWO, day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, etc., all inside of our premium membership for $125 a month. When you guys are ready to upgrade, I highly recommend, regardless of how much experience you have, signing up for the VIP membership starting at $500 a month. With that, you'll get the pre-market access starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. You guys will get access to the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put one of those on every month, and the previous recorded sessions. You guys will get the VIP training videos. We have over 50 advanced training videos for you, and the trading view indicators. If you have a VIP, you can upgrade to the gold add-on, which is an additional $250 a month. You can get the mastermind classes, 1 hour of tech support. If you need us to remote in and help you get your charts, etc., set up, we can do that for you. You'll get weekend training every Saturday at 11 o'clock. You'll get the VIP Gold Lounge access, priority help desk support, our news service, which is worth its weight in gold just for that. You'll get all the breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. Everything, of course, for you as a gold member will be recorded. So if you are gold for crypto, futures, or stocks and options, all the sessions will be recorded for you. And of course, you'll get our exciting live Apple chat. We've got David over there in the mornings showing you exactly what he's doing with the 2-minute EWO and just the Apple, which is one of our amazing strategies that you guys will learn here. So we have our futures membership, our regular futures membership starting at $250 a month, which the futures is going on right now. They are, again, just like us, every day with a live open microphone from 8:45 to 4 o'clock every single day. You'll get all the futures education, all of the training videos, the futures lounge. The trading view indicators are actually included with the futures memberships that start at $250, and of course, all of the extra Zoom classes when they have them. Crypto is the same thing. If you guys want to jump into the crypto, that one now is also $250 a month and includes the trading view indicators. Same thing, all the training videos, anytime that the Zoom sessions are available. Now, the Zoom sessions for crypto is a little different just because it's a 24-hour, so we try to bounce that one around so you get different time and different events. We are always posting those, so you guys make sure you take advantage. And of course, a Diamond Lifetime membership. With that, you get everything. Unlimited lifetime access, all of our membership services, meaning anything that I create. Platinum's coming up, you'll have access to it. I believe that's going to be $1,000 a month. Diamond, you'll get access to that. It'll just be $20,000. You guys want to head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up.
That's weird. I could have sworn I put me in too. That's weird. All right. What's going on, everybody?
Miss Dawn?
How are you?
Fairly middling.
That is absolutely amazing. Is Miranda down in the chat?
Yeah.
I just put another one. That's what took, yeah. Thank you for finding that clip, Arlo. Because now it's like when I'm done, I'll do a couple more. But I gotta work out because I didn't work out today because so much to do, so little time. So what up,
Less grapes,
everybody?
Dawn.
Huh?
Less grapes. Less grapes, Dawn. Less grapes.
No, I need more. Okay, I need more grapes. Actually, how are you today?
Fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland. Did you trade?
I don't even want to talk about that. I royally screwed the pooch. Well, I already been over it. I know what happened.
I
I'd rather
don't know
talk
what
about the
happened. You
Wheel of
gotta talk
Fortune
to me,
game.
man. You gotta talk to me. You can't be up on my panel and not tell me what happened. Come on. What happened? I'll
Played
share
my
my
shares in
story.
the
I'll share my story if you
played
share yours.
played my shares in the pre-market TSLL.
Yeah.
Did some options. So I switched over to my options chart, and I've been playing with my widgets.
Mm-hmm.
And I goofed up. I caught the first pop on calls on TSLL,
Okay.
and then bought and sold. Did good there. And then whenever it started changing directions, I switched my chart over to TSLQ. I did not switch my options chain.
Uh-oh.
So I was buying calls and buying calls and buying calls and buying calls and buying calls.
Shit.
And then it wouldn't sell, it wouldn't sell, it wouldn't sell. And I turn and look, and my contracts are at 2 cents. So
Damn.
yeah, I took a 20% bath today.
God damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm so
All
sorry.
right, it's clerical error. Know your mechanics. I know what happened.
Yeah.
That's completely on me. Shit happens.
It does. You sound
It,
like
su- it
Jen.
sucks. It took me a month to get that. I mean, I just lost everything I made in the last month, but oh well, I'll make it back.
You will, because you know why? What got you the stuff you made in the last month?
Oh yeah.
Consistency and focus. So all you got to do is refocus, reset, and keep it going. And you'll
No,
rebuild.
I'm not. It's not getting in my head. I've already washed it out.
Good.
I'm not. Initially I took my 5 minutes and it was, are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah.
Because the whole time I'm sitting there clicking buy, I'm thinking I'm doing super good because TSLQ is just going, 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 going.
Right, right.
Yeah. Well,
It's all good. It's all good. You know your mistake. You journaled it, of course, I'm assuming,
oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's what here's the thing. It cost you 20% to never do that again.
Oh yeah.
That's how much that hurt. That's how much that hurt, right? So it was an expensive lesson, but the most expensive lessons pay the best, right? Because you will never ever do that again. Well, I say ever, but most likely you will never do that again. You'll remember this day for a long time. So that will keep you from making that mistake again. Some people do that shit and keep doing it because they don't learn.
Yeah.
So you
Well, and it's like me and J Dog were kind of chatting about a little bit in the futures on the YouTube, and he's paper trading, which is great, and he made some mistakes too, and that's the key. Is it to me, in my experience, is don't harp on it.
yeah.
Don't let it get in your head. Don't dwell on it because that's just a spiral. Been there, done that.
Well, here's the thing, and here's my story. I'm liking the trading on the 15-minute, right? So I got into IWM in options, right? And pretty much from the bell. And I wrote it not from the bell, actually probably from what was it? The end of the second candle, because it was down, right? And I
Hmm.
literally wrote it all the way up until 2:30. Made $300, right? I looked away and started editing and getting into a video because I'm like, this is the 15-minute. It's been going down for like freaking 3-4 hours. It's not gonna turn, right? I looked and I was so into what I was supposed to be doing. And an hour's worth of 15-minute candles going to the upside. I looked up, I was down, I wasn't down, I was at $36 in profit.
Oh
So I
shit.
basically gave away that whole freaking $300 back by not getting the money. When Jen told me to, I said, I'm up 100. Oh, I'm up 2. I'm up 3. Go ahead and take it, honey. That's good. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, but look at it. It's not telling me to get out. I'm teaching her. See how this is? It's under the 9, right? And when I told her what I did, she said the same thing I just told you. And it hit home with me. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And I wanted to, I'm looking at it and it started going back down, right? And I wanted to revenge trade and get back in it. And I got 10 $5 contracts. And as soon as it popped up, because I was scared to lose that 50, I jumped right out and then it started going down. And as it was going down, she said, don't look at it anymore. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. And I put it off. I don't even know where it ended up. But yeah. So once again, though, I'm being greedy, staying in it too freaking long instead of taking the green when I should have had it, even though it was telling me, because what had happened was it popped above the 9 all day long. It had hit the 9, maybe poked through, but did not break that barrier with a candle. And I thought, okay, it popped the 9. If it starts heading up towards the 21, I'm getting out. Well, it started doing that, and I'm sitting there watching the shit. And I'm like, it's for the down for the day. It's not going to continue. And it didn't, but that was enough. You know what I mean? That was enough. When I saw that, I thought, after 4 candles, I'm like, it's got to be coming down. But it popped the 9 after that and started up. I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of this thing. So it is what it is. $36. I did not let a green trade go red though, but still, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a hell of a lot more gain than what I ended up getting. So once again, do not, you know what I mean? Because I should have been done at 11 anyway.
Well, and to Ralph's point, I was doing 10 contracts at a time, but they were 36 cents. So I could do 10 of those, $360, as to where one Tesla contract was twice that.
Right.
So, yeah, I probably should have only done 2 contracts. And it wouldn't have been as bad of a loss. But
10, isn't it? Yeah, that 10
the numbers I have preset on my thing are 5, 10. So
you just went
with one. Trust me, there's a whole list of mistakes. I know what I did. And the stupidest thing was, and I kind of talked to Bruno about it, there was something I've been wanting to talk to Bruno, just me and him about, that the whole reason I was messing with the widgets to begin with. So I should have reset everything after messing with my whole setup to begin with. So if you want to take it way back, this problem started
because of your setup
before I even started trading. So
wow.
Yeah, again, lesson learned. It's all right.
It's all right. We're the cool thing is these lessons are getting us closer and closer to being consistently green. You know what I mean? So that's how we have to look at it. That is what I truly believe. All right, because I've had, if I had taken home that 300, that would have been an $800 week for me, which is pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Because I made 500 earlier this week. So all in all, I'm green for the week, up pretty good. But you know what I mean? It's just bittersweet when you give back something or you make a foolish, I would dare say stupid. Nah, I'm only kidding. Mistake, and and you get your ass handed to you. So we live and we learn. That's what we do, right? And it's all part of trading. So And it's hard. Trading's hard. It's not like we're doing something easy, right? So
Right.
keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. How's everybody down there in the chat? Hold on 1 second. You got me talking like you. Where'd I get a country accent from? All right, I see Miranda down there. Eminem, what's up, Maria Ronald Stewart? Hey, everybody. Mikey D, Sweet Tea, what's up, bud? Coffee Fine, what's up? American Dream Trading is running on Diesel Dan tonight in the aftermarket. Mark McSee up in the let's go.
Miss Dawn,
Yeah.
I gotta pop off and then pop right back in. Reconnect my earpiece.
Okay. I'll look out for you. Who else is coming up on the panel tonight? What is going on? Oracle. What's up, Oracle? What is going on? So that basically was how my day went, other than putting up some shorts. But so what do you guys want to talk about on a Friday other than the week? I just reviewed my week, and I'm sure James is probably going to review his week. Can I get some more people on the panel, dudes? If you're going to sit in the chat, you might as well come up on the panel and make it a hell of a lot more interesting than people staring at me in my background. I mean, that's why the show's here. Come on. Come on up here, even if it's just for a few minutes. You know we don't stay long anyway. Somebody? Anybody? Anybody? So nobody has anything to come up here and talk about? Nada. Thank you. All right.
It's me again, Margaret.
All right, honey. Click that
What you
link.
learned?
Join panel here. We need a couple more people up on this panel, man. We can't go out for the week on a Friday with just us two. We can't do it.
Well, we're definitely going to have to get some more people to step up because I have figured out the Wheel of Fortune game. I know there's no way to screen share on the YouTubes, so I'll have to send it to you. It's actually going to take a minute to set up a few different boards.
Okay.
But you're going to have a host and a minimum of 3 players.
Okay.
And then the gameplay for the host, the buttons you got to click and all that can get kind of tricky, but play with it a couple of times before you go live. It's not that hard to figure out.
Well, you can host it since it's on your server, on your computer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you're always coming up here anyway, so you can host it, and then we'll all answer or try to figure out the puzzles. Would that work?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It'll be a lot easier if they're on the panel, so they can instead of trying to read through the type through the chat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the biggest catch I've run across is if you click one button too many times, you'll give somebody like 3 times the credit.
Okay.
And what'll be really cool to me, in my opinion, and I'm sure we've worked something out down the lines. We get it hammered out. It's all fun and games, but if we start coming up with small little prizes or something, for whoever the winner of the game is,
that would be awesome. Maybe
like I'd throw in how much are the hats?
Get some hats or something. Maybe a couple of cups, couple of mugs. Maybe we can get Coach or Bruno and them to kind of kick in and help us out with that. Vegan Knowledge and Ralph, welcome. Thank you for filling the panel out a little bit for us. How are you?
Good.
Hello, real nice lady.
Hi.
And you.
been able to come on in a while, so it was like freestyle. I wanted to come on and say hi. Hi, Ralph. Hi, James.
All right,
I get to be on with Ralph, the cool guy, and James and Dawn, of course.
Ralph's just up here to give me hell. How
Well,
you
no,
doing, real nice lady?
I'm getting ready to leave, so I just wanted to come on to say that the hardest part of trading, right, is waiting. So, you can have better trades if you wait for the right setup. You know, it might look like price be taking off, like you start out by, so putting your support and resistance lines out, right? And so if you're going long, it'll be better for you to just wait the price come down to your zone and then take the trade, right? And I know James been trading TSLL. TSLL been tough. It's in the channel right now, and I closed my trade today that I was in because I was in it for a whole week. So it's just taking too long to play out. And I mean, I'm not bad about the trade because each day that I was in it, because I only had like the 10 shares to account small, and I will wait. And if it's selling off, I'm trading the inverse. But I got the limit order down there, the pick shed that gonna get picked up in the weeds, and then I just take that. But what I wanted to say to James L is, I noticed that you be getting in and out of the trade, but you trade one thing, so you're gonna be in it all the time. So, like Dawn was saying with the 15-minute chart, you might come out better, uh, instead of jumping in and out, staying in the trade a little longer and trading a slower time frame. Because the reason why I say that is because at TSLL, even though I was in it all that time, I think it was like 3 days that it gave me a chance to get out, but I didn't want to close the trade because I'm looking for it to jump up and go way up there. I was trading a 1 hour chart, right? But it turned green a few times, and that was the times when I would sell off the 5 shares or whatever that I added to it. But if you gonna trade one thing like that, because I closed that trade so I can go back to TQQQ. I'm gonna go back to TQQQ and SQQQ just because that that particular ETF correlates more with the indices of futures, and I trade futures more than I trade stock. So Tesla be doing crazy stuff, or I might be asleep or something, you know. But
Well,
if
that's
you're
that's
gonna be
that's good. You go back to your Q's and you leave my L's alone.
nah, the Qs, man,
We just
listen, they
had a
just
little
they
spat today. We gonna figure it out.
they're just not popping. It's trading in the rain. The thing been going sideways too long. I need motion. I mean, I can trade the channel, but I gotta be there. But you there, so you can trade the channel like that. You there watching it all the time. I'm not there watching it all the time, so I can't really get in and out like I want to. But with TQQQ and SQQQ is better for me because that's following exactly along with the indices. You know what I'm saying? The indices, they always have motion. You might want to consider looking at those two tickers right there over TSLL and TSLQ. Tesla is cool. Don't get me wrong, but the indices, they always have motion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
He
guess
put
Yeah,
so
Tesla
much
you just
time
you
they
in it,
can't
just
though.
ranging right now.
you can't always leave her because things get tough though.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah,
about to say. He's
what
put
do
a
you
lot of
tell
time.
somebody?
He's put a lot of time into it. You know what I mean? And learning its patterns and stuff. He might,
What do you tell somebody who trades TSLL with two black eyes?
To go find something else. You getting beat up if
Nothing.
you
They
got
didn't
two
been
black
told
eyes.
twice.
you know.
yeah.
It
So
had a good
the
run
handy
though.
the handy
What day that
homemaker
was?
said, so true, Ralph. Waiting and leaving the stop alone are two things that are killing me, especially the stop being too tight because I'm afraid to lose more, but I lose a little over and over, and it ends up nickel and diming you. I feel you.
That is
Yep,
100% true, right?
Yep,
been there.
it'll nickel and dime you.
That's
We're
the two
close
killers
to
right there. Two killers of traders, right? Is they have the stop too tight, then they move the stop to break even too soon, right? And that shit stops them out of this, at a break even trade. And the number one killer of traders is the reason why most traders fail is because they feel like they always have to be in a trade. All right. They come up to the
Well, and
charts.
that's another difficult part too, Ralph, is that getting over that fear of pulling the trigger, especially if you've taken losses.
Yeah, that's after you done been beat down too many times. That the beat down start by getting in too fast and feeling like you always have to be in. You know what I mean? Um, if you see a
I
good
agree with that.
trade, yes, a good trade is gonna stick out soon as you open up the chart. You're gonna see that setup, and it ain't gonna be hard to analyze. You ain't gonna have to go look at this and be like, "Well, if that happened right there, no, that good Evo setup is gonna jump out, and you're gonna be like, oh, I know I gotta get in," you know, and you can recognize that pattern. But most of the time, what do? Come in, we jump in, we look at it, and we be like, "Should I get in right now? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in," and then bam, you move your stop up, you get stopped out because the setup wasn't that good to start with. We got in a trade and the setup was just like lackluster. Sometimes it works out, but it's better to just wait for a quality setup.
And also, don't overstay your welcome.
Yes,
Greed and hopium. Either you're
yeah.
staying in the trade that's going against you, hoping it's going to reverse and go in your direction, or you're in the trade, you're in the right direction, you're making money, but greed kicks in and you don't take the green or shed when pullbacks happen.
And
Hmm.
see,
So,
that's one thing I didn't do today with that trade. When I realized what happened, I instantly tried getting out of it because
yeah.
instead of thinking, oh well, Tesla likes to come back at the end of the day, and no, problem was
Hmm.
it was a 2 cent. It wasn't letting me out. I had to call Weeble,
Yeah.
and they got me out. But I cut it loose instead of sitting there going, okay, it'll come back, it'll come back, it'll come. Uh, that, that ain't coming back.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I had 4 contracts today. I could have easily shed when it started pulling back. So that was another thing. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So I just
Yeah.
thought about that because I looked and saw it in my journal that I had 4 contracts, so I could have easily shed there too when I was at the 300, and took half that profit. But I
But
hmm
didn't do it.
today was a tough day to trade. We had triple witches.
Yeah.
They had the switch in today. I think we had some
And
Fed
of course,
speakers.
today I knew that and decided to play options.
I'm using options to
Wait,
build my account so I
hey,
can put some money in
coach,
futures.
coach, merch idea, ADT dunce hat.
I love it. Wow. Hey Ralph, how's your
And
dad?
Arlo's already playing with the pictures.
You know she is.
I just still like can't stop laughing about that one where he had no jeans that day. Oh my gosh, that was too
Yeah,
funny.
be careful saying that because I even got an idea. I saw you wearing it just now, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're close that if you find shedding extremely hard, then you're a scalper. Yeah,
Uh,
just go with
yeah, I can see
what?
that.
Most scalpers that are hardcore scalpers don't shed. You don't even really see Coach
Yeah,
shed that much. You
Hundred
know,
percent.
you don't
he
ever
gets
see
in and
Mark
gets out.
shedding.
Well, you have long hair like me, you shed.
All right, all right. Don't be a Richard. I
Oh
think he's on
Lord.
inside on that joke. But yeah, yeah. So it was a crazy week. But it was a overall good week for me. Hopefully you guys had some good stuff happening down there in the chat. Uh, let's see.
So Dawn, you liking them higher time frames, huh?
I love the 15 minute. I really do. But with me, focusing on editing more than trading, I need something like that because I just need to be able to set it and forget it, look at it, make sure it's still going where it looks like it was going, because I'm waiting for the first 15 minutes to finish. And then I see
Yeah.
what the momentum is of the second 15 minute before I get in. So if it continues on the shoulder, whether it be up or down, then I go ahead and get in that direction, right?
Yeah.
And if it does the same, but it does it in the opposite direction, say you got two 15-minute Maribozo candles, I don't get in it because that's chop.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I'm also looking for where the 15-minute is in relation to the pre-market high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I remember having that revelation, like you were telling me that. I was like, oh, that's what like when you're new, the candle, but like when you said it that way, that it's like every 15 minutes, that's the direction it goes in. Like it wasn't hitting me like that in the very beginning when I started learning about the candles. I was like, that's interesting. So does a lot of people play different ones, or people have their own favorites? Like, Ralph, do you like the 15-minute candles? Or it varies?
When I'm day trading, it's 2 minute. Um,
depends on
but
what kind
if
of
I'm
trader they are.
Right.
yeah, so I be swing trading most of it. So I like the 1 hour chart, the 1 hour candles. But this is coach's saying, not mine, but it's a true saying. The slower the time frame, the easier the chart becomes to trade, right? So you just think about it this way, and this ties into what Dawn
You
was
mean the
saying.
higher the time frame,
Yeah, the higher the time frame, what I said, the slower,
the
the
lower?
higher, the bigger the time frame, right? So if you're doing hourly, 4 hour daily, the higher you go up, the easier the chart becomes to trade. So all right, so just imagine what Dawn was saying. Okay, she said she waits for the first 15-minute candle to close, and then she see the next 15-minute candle going up in the relation to the pre-market, right? So just imagine that. That's two 15-minute candles. If you wait for both of those to close, that's 30 minutes, right? And those two candles probably will go out and take out the pre-market high, and then the next candle behind that usually be a down candle, right? So imagine it takes 30 minutes for that to form. That's 15 2 minute candles. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a lot of chop or a lot of up and down, or you might have jumped in that, right? Thinking, oh, it's going to the moon because it looked like it's really going somewhere. And then as soon as you get in the green just a little bit, it reverses because only 30, it reversed on the what? What happens 30 minutes after the bell rings? You got to open the bell, and then 30 minutes after that, what happens? They call it every morning. The shift change.
Shift
And when the shift
change.
when the shift change happens, that's whenever it goes up, it takes out the pre-market high, and then what usually happens? Reversal, and it comes back down and go try to make a low or whatever. So if you on a 15-minute chart, that's all that's gonna happen in just two candles versus trying to look at the same amount in 2 minutes or 1 minute. A 1 minute chart, that's 30 candles that you got to sit there and try to cipher through. You know, so yeah, I like the higher time frames just because of that. Everything is the same because time charts are fractal. You know what I'm saying? So whatever price does on a 1 minute, 2 minute chart is going to do the same thing on the 15, 30, and an hour, 4 hour daily, or whatever else.
So like if you're trying to like plays like scalp though, right? Then that would most people would use a shorter candle for the
Yeah,
most
so
part.
if you're a scalper, you're probably gonna be on the 1 minute or the 2 minute. And then they got 5 minute scalpers also. You have some people who use the 15-minute chart for scalping, but whenever they doing that, they usually trading within one candle, right? So how a 15-minute scalp or hour, 30-minute candle scalp will work is if You see a candle that goes up and then it closes with no wick on the top, and then the next candle opens up. You know you can take that trade for a scalp, and as long as that candle is continuing to build, you can stay in that trade and just drag up your stop loss. So you can scalp on higher time frames. It's just harder. It's not recommended. You know what I mean? If you
Mhm.
scalping, you need to stay on the lower time frames. You can scalp. Coach recommends that you scalp on the 1 minute. You know, and this is just for futures, but we've been noticing that the scalpers in the room, because I don't really scalp like that. I mean, I do it. I know how to do it, but that's not my style of trading. But both Ange and Mark has been finding that the 2 minute chart is more comfortable with scalp with than the 1 minute chart here lately.
Mhm.
Um,
That's
I'm
it.
just gonna say that is a futures thing only because the futures moves a little faster to me. It ain't that it moves faster. You just got more wicks and more. I don't know what
Got
you
more
think.
volume. It's
Yeah,
more volatile. It's got more volume.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Volatile. So, and Mark ain't really figured this out until he was just making a mistake and being on the 2 minute. So
You're out of
we've
here.
been really preaching the 2 minute EWO. So we've been on the 2 minute chart constantly. And so when Mark go back to start scalping, somebody say, "Hey, Mark, you on the 2 minute," and he like, "No, I didn't know I was on the 2 minute." But then after that, he like, "I feel more comfortable trading the 2 minute scalping," So
I heard him say that.
yeah.
Yep, I heard him say he was scalping on a 2 minute. So is Ange still
Mhm.
doing the 2 minute EWO?
Yeah. Lately, she been we've been trying today. We training the waiting in the weed strategy and futures.
She is digging that waiting in the weeds, huh?
I like it. I'm telling you, I got to get the EWO. I mean EWO. I got to get the L2. I got to get the L2,
That's the
dog,
best
so
way
I
to
can
do
get
it.
it.
It tells you
Hmm.
where to go. I cannot trade without the
Yeah.
L2. That's another thing that helped me stay in that trade today. You know what I mean? I was trying to pull my Weeble up, but for some reason it won't pull up to show y'all. If you look on the 15 minute at IWM today, check out IWM on your own charts on the 15 minute from the opening of the bell.
Hmm.
I mean, that thing was just lovely. You know what I mean? So
It went straight up.
it went straight down.
Yeah, yeah. I
It
mean,
went down
everything
first.
down.
So I was asleep. I was asleep during the
Were
beginning
you?
of the market. I came in at the beginning. So I was up at like 2 in the morning trading.
Ah.
I didn't go to
I
sleep.
love
Yeah.
your scale. You like have no, you're like you just whenever. Like you have
Yeah.
no, you don't live by a time clock. I love that.
Yeah. So I'd rather trade at night because during the day I kind of got my dad, but then I'm also a mod now. So I want to get my trading out of the way. It's two things. So I like London session better because I trade currencies mostly.
Hmm.
But I want to get my trading out of the way because being a moderator, you know what I'm saying. I want the group to do good,
Yeah,
and then I fall into the over trading, and we have a lot of questions during the day, so I really just set that time aside to help the group trade versus my own trading.
absolutely. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm
All
gonna go
right.
start making dinner, and I just wanted to tell everybody hi because I haven't been on in a while. Cause
Hold up before you go
okay,
now. Uh, Don said you've been trading or trying to learn the trade. So, what's the progress? It's been a couple of months now. Talk to us. What's been going on? You been keeping a journal?
She hasn't been trading.
He hasn't been
Mm-mm.
trading. I know.
man,
Well, whenever you learn, you got to start training first.
Yeah.
So, like, you like it, or
I
have you learned anything,
oh
or
yeah, I definitely feel like
you just been watching
I've
Dawn?
learned like the yeah, I've been watching and asking questions, and I feel like I've learned like the the mindset of it from listening to all of you guys. I'm just trying to learn like the technical things. So that helped me with your candle answer today. I think I'm ready.
You know more than that. Tell them about the 9. What do you know about the 9?
I know. Oh, like I know that if it touches the 9, you know, like if it's above the 9 and it's in the up, you know, if we're in a call, then if you wait for it to form that second candle and then you get in, and then when it comes down, if it touches the 9, I think that's when I want to get out of it mostly.
Jen is going to
Oh
be a
man.
scalper. She's going to be a scalper. She does
I
not
know
like
about
sitting in
support
trades.
and resistance and those lines, and it's all like jumbled in my head right now. I feel like until I actually go in and do it, but I'm waiting for Dawn to help me set up the account and do it. And I'm gonna show you guys all the success and all the mistakes I can make. All the learning experiences.
But she's already figured out that she's a scalper. She don't like sitting in trays. She would like when we do practices. Sometimes on the weekend, she takes her green.
So do you play with the Trading View replay?
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. And we were like taking turns trying to compete, and I was doing okay for a minute, and then Dawn took me out.
All of a sudden, wham.
Yeah, she sat in one of those
Big
where I
candle.
kept getting out and getting the little wins, and then
I was sitting in it, getting bigger.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think I'm just like very like if that's the rule, I'm going by it. So I'm probably not in the beginning anyway. I'm not going to be branching out a lot, which might help me in the beginning.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just take it one step at a time. You know your candlesticks.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if I could
like,
be quizzed.
She called a spinning top out today. I was like, what?
That's when it's got the even on both sides with the little body.
Yeah, a doji.
Doji is the one that's the really solid one, right? Like
it's more of the stick figures. It's the lines.
Oh, the lines. Yeah. I know the volume lines when it starts to form that little stick figure on the up. That means that people are selling it.
Yeah, the wick. That's the wick.
The wick,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Let me go look at my Yankee candle and remember what it's called.
All right, well, keep going because trading is a lot of learning. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing the right thing. You don't have to jump in there because that's another reason why most traders fail is they try to jump in there and make money. So learn the process first before you start trading with real money.
I don't know. What do we always? What do you put that trading or the replay thing on? What candles are we watching? I don't even know. Like, are we doing 2 minute when we're?
I was doing 2 minute, but yeah, I was
like
doing
last
2 minute
time
when we were doing it.
It was 2.
Actually, you know what? No, it was 1 minute because we were both scalping.
I want to do it again.
For the replay mode. I mostly because it seemed like the 1 minute candles and the 2 minute candles because I only got that essential package. I don't have the big one, so it don't give me enough. It don't let me go back far enough. So I always have to put it on like the 30 minute or the 1 hour so I can go back to like 2022 because I know what happened.
If you put it on a higher time frame, it'll let you go back further.
Oh, that kind of makes sense though if you think about it, because you're
like would have to
shortening it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess the replay mode only gives you a certain amount of candles. But but if you go up to like a 1 hour candle, you'll be able to go back a couple years.
Oh wow! I wonder what a 15 minute will do.
Yeah, the 15 minute will probably take you back to probably about 2022
back to the dinosaurs
or 2023. Yeah, back to the dinosaur. Yeah, the dinosaur go way back whenever you go with the higher time frame. Yeah,
we were trading Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
And that's better because you know whatever you trade, the price be a totally different number from whatever it is today.
What do you
Right.
like, Ralph and no, James? Do you trade? You like option? Like, what do you guys like? You like futures, Ralph, right?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Ralph
yeah, I
is
do
a
futures
futures
mostly.
Kool
I
Aid
do
fanatic.
stocks. Yeah, I do
Mm-hmm.
stocks though. You know, I do stocks. I don't do options. I just do shares.
I've been
He
doing
must be
really
But
good with
nice.
my
shares,
main thing
and,
is
and then I had the FAFO today with options, and well,
I feel
Ralph
like
does mostly currency though. He trades like the euro or the Australian dollar, the Japanese yen, stuff like that. Different countries' currencies. That's
yeah.
what he trades.
that's pretty cool.
Hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna like options at least in the beginning, even though some people say don't start with those. I don't know. Something about it seems like I think because I learned that first, like for some reason when I first started asking questions, you like showed me the what the options were, and I was like, oh, you can get like more contracts with less money. It felt like or something. I don't remember what it was, but I
pretty
know like
much.
it says to start with shares. That's the basic one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm. You get more leverage, but start out with shares
You
and
got to practice with shares and then you can
options.
move to options.
Well, shares you don't
Right.
have the Greeks going against you.
I feel like
Right.
Right.
I know you don't on futures
yeah,
either.
yeah, but futures is still tough for a
Yeah,
new
I'm
trader to
scared to
start.
start in
You know what I'm
futures.
saying?
I don't know why.
Most people that I know, I don't know too many people who just jump right into futures trading, but everyone that I know struggles
Did you say it's broke?
because it's hard. Futures breaks the confidence. Nah, every trader that I know that started with futures from not knowing anything, they struggle with it. Same with options. Options and futures are harder to trade, so it breaks the confidence of a
Mm-hmm.
new trader. If that makes
It's
sense,
like
you
do
know what I
little
mean?
things and build
Because
momentum with the small, like you guys always talk.
yeah,
If I can make a
yeah,
dollar, I can make 100.
yeah,
So Ralph,
and it's because of the
Mm-hmm.
check this
leverage.
out. I
That's
was
what it's
thinking
because
about
of.
this the other day. If you can kind of, even though futures doesn't have Greeks, you can kind of equate some of the things that go on in futures with some of the Greeks. Like for instance, like a tick value would basically be your delta, right? It's going up by this many
Yeah.
increments. And then the gamma, the
Mm-hmm.
acceleration of it basically would be how many contracts you do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
It'll accelerate by more faster,
You they
even though the price doesn't change.
it's the
Yeah.
leverage. So it's the leverage, right? So with the options, the leverage is what 1 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with futures, leverage is 1 to 20. That 1 to 20 leverage is whenever you spending the overnight margin. That 1 to 20 is not whenever you spending in a day like us. If you get a contract of what MES, it's what 140 or which one you trade?
Yeah.
2K
I
or
was doing
BIT?
2K.
If
Yeah.
you're doing
2K.
BIT, it's only $30. But if you try to hold a BIT, it's 300 and something dollars. So you see how that
Exactly.
leverage,
310.
yeah, you see how that. So the 300 and something is 1 to 20 leverage. But then if you trading in intraday, you're getting way more leverage than you would in the options market. So that's what makes it like really hard in the futures market. Well, that's what makes them similar. Put it that way. You using a little bit of money, using a little bit of money, and you controlling a lot more of a asset. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it move really quick. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could see how they kind of similar. Like, a chart is a chart, right? And so trading is trading. If you're struggling in options and you're struggling in shares, you move the futures, you're gonna struggle there too. you move to crypto, you're gonna struggle there too. So it's best to get it together in shares where you don't have that much at risk, and you ain't in options where that thing can go to zero, or you ain't in futures where that thing can just wreck your whole account. You know, you got a little leeway. You got a little leeway. Yeah,
Right.
so yeah, like Mark said, they don't have any Greeks. Yeah, they don't have no Greeks in futures, but they similar because of the leverage that you get in. Because of the leverage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Thank you guys for coming on up and hanging out with me. And Ralph, thank you for the tutelage, brother. Always a pleasure to have you on the panel, answering
No doubt.
questions, clearing things up. Jen, thank you for coming on
Thanks
here,
for letting
sweetheart.
me on.
Yeah,
Keep
of course.
training. And you know,
James?
you are our most favorite up in that house, just so you'll know. I don't know if Dawn, we ask Dawn to tell you all the time, but we don't know if she really telling you or not. Says
No, I
so.
don't tell her because she's always listening, so she hears it.
She said she's the favorite. Don't listen to it.
And James, thank you for always supporting
Thanks,
brother and
James.
being here. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Ralph.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dawn.
Everybody
It's
down
good to
there
see
in
you,
the
Miss
chat,
Jen.
you're welcome, baby. Ronald Stewart, Miranda, Murmur, Mark, everybody down there. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Mikey D, Sweet Tea was with us today. Callie, what's up, honey? Love your face, love your voice. Oraclo, thank you guys for Handy Homemaker. Yep.
Maria.
Yep, Maria.
I actually had to, unfortunately, had to boot somebody. But Diesel
What?
Dan was on them too. Diesel Dan was on them too. So
Shout out to Diesel Dan up in the house being a Sicario. And James cutting them.
it's just one of those. Today's not the day with me. Now I know how Bruno feels. Nope.
He was laying down the law.
Cool. They were being nasty, huh?
And is it wrong of me to feel good about it?
Not today. Oh man. But
all right, night, y'all. See you in the
Everybody
morning.
have a good night. I'm gonna go ahead and end with Coach's rules. And don't forget David's class tomorrow at 11 a.m.
It's messing me up with that because we had like the weird week. I was like, tomorrow's Saturday again. I was thinking Wednesday
yeah,
was
it's been weird all day today.
Yeah.
Don't forget to grab your VIP membership if you're not a VIP, because if you get a year, you get 6 months free. $2,500.
I was gonna say I can start coming to David's class. I have a new schedule next week.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yep.
So thank you. I'll let you finish now. I'm sorry to interrupt. Thank you.
No, you're good. You get your learn on in there. So that'll be fun. I'm always in there. All right. Peace and blessings, y'all. Have a good one. See you mañana.
You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them. Not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management, so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.